I never gave her safety. I never gave her stability, because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me.
Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are looking at a series of videos about dating. In one particular video, there was a lady who said she was making a carrot cake for somebody that she just met, because on their first date the guy was talking about how he has not eaten carrot cake since his parents got divorced when he was little and everything. So on their second date, she spent like 3 hours before the date to make a carrot cake, and people had things to say about why she's doing that and if that is a good thing or a bad thing. So in this video we're going to check out what exactly happened, the follow-up to the second date, what people think about it, and other stories about dating, and how some men handle rejection. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
My girl is a lover girl, and that is okay. And I can see a lot of girls agreeing that this used to be me, but I'm really proud of the comment section, because a lot of girls are like, yeah, that used to be me. I'm in my villain era now, worrying about her, concerned, saying, I hope he's worth it. Like, there's not, in my opinion, there's not much negative comments. There's just concern, where the girls are like, I hope he's worth it. You know what? I get it. I am someone like you, but it's second date not too soon. For someone like me, I used to be like this as well, but I think I need to prove that this person listens, first, and what they actually listened to before I can let this side of me out again. Do you understand what I mean? And I feel that second date is just too soon, and it's something that I might end up doing, like maybe just randomly, maybe when we're deep into the date, like not even deep, like maybe at 4 months, 5 months, I could do it, and then be like, you know what, okay. I remembered you said you loved carrot cake, and I don't even know, because baking is such an extreme sport for me, but I know it's easy for some people, and especially because it's homemade as well. In fact, in the beginning, I'll pretend I don't know how to bake, and then go to M&S and buy the carrot cake they have there. Oh, because you said this, that. I will not home bake carrot cake for the second date. But I understand. See, I've been there, done that. Do you understand what I mean? And that's why I'm able to say that I get it. But are we not in this same universe with these same men? Like, if on the first date, he came with something that, wow, based off their conversation that they've been having, something that really, blew her head. But based off what she's saying with the caption, is coming from, so why are you giving me this sub story right now on our first date? Does that make sense? But
that's what I wanted to say. Why the sub story?
Nah, stop scrolling. Some women on social media are giving her backlash and criticism for making a cake for her second date with a boy, saying she's doing too much. Look at this.
Stop the over-performing. Stop the, I can cook, I can clean. Like, stop it. Stop it right now. Men are supposed to be auditioning for you, okay? Men are supposed to be the ones who are trying to get you to like them.
Y'all be promoting giving it up on the first link. But her baking him a cake out the kindness of her heart because she likes to bake is OD. Mind you, she likes to bake. She made him the cake because she was having conversation with him, found out he liked carrot cake and hasn't had one since his parents divorced, and his birthday was Sunday. She didn't even give him the whole cake. She gave him a big slice out the cake and gave the rest to her friends. Y'all trying to convince her to be nasty, telling her this is a new age. Women shouldn't be doing this. Have him spend on you. Don't do nothing for him. Bro, this is why a lot of y'all lonely, bro. That's crazy as hell. Just because you can't cook, a man done told you your food was nasty. Don't go harassing another woman because she like to cook, she like to bake.
I know you guys have been waiting for an update about the carrot cake, guys, so here it is. First, I want to say thank you so much for all your kind comments. You don't understand how much I appreciate them. And for the people saying I shouldn't have done it for a man, I chose to, and I'm completely okay with that. I just want to give you guys a quick backstory. The date was on a Wednesday, and the second date was on a Saturday. But on the Wednesday date, he told me that his birthday was actually going to be on that Sunday. And he also told me about the carrot cake story, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to do something nice for him. I genuinely love cooking and baking for people. I love when people taste my food and I see their reaction. And of course, guys, he really enjoyed the carrot cake. He genuinely did. But I didn't make the whole cake for him. I gave him a big slice out of the cake and then I gave my friends the rest. Unfortunately, the date itself didn't go so well, but that's a story for another day. Even though the date didn't go well, he still texted me that the carrot cake was really good and he's forever grateful. So I guess it turned out well in the end.
I never gave her safety. I never gave her stability, because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me. So I kept her off balance. I created chaos inside the entire relationship, created fights over nothing. One day sweet, the next day cruel, going back and forth. And so she stayed second guessing herself, stayed working, stayed focused, trying to work harder and fix herself, trying to figure out what version of me she'd get, never understanding, never knowing. And I controlled her by keeping her anxious. Because the last thing I needed and last thing I wanted for her to feel steady enough to actually walk away from me. The worst part inside of this is I knew exactly what I was doing because I chose it. Because a stable woman can't be manipulated. But an anxious one stays locked into a relationship much longer than what they want to be. Is the guy in your life doing this to you today? I gave her safety. I never gave her stability. Because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me. So I kept her off balance. I created chaos inside the entire relationship, created fights over nothing. One day sweet, the next day cruel, going back and forth. And so she stayed second guessing herself, stayed working, stayed focused, trying to work harder and fix herself, trying to figure out what version of me she'd get, never understanding, never knowing. And I controlled her by keeping her anxious. Because the last thing I needed and last thing I wanted for her to feel steady enough to actually walk away from me.
The only difference between him and some of y'all situationships, right? You know, the on and off relationships that y'all are in is that he's saying it out loud. The mentality, the thirst for control, right? The toxicity, the going back and forth, right? This is the mentality behind it. He's just saying it out loud. And then think about it. Look at how old he is. Nah, let's talk about it. Look at how old he is.
He's not the one. He's just trying
That's a
to.
grown man. So what does that tell y'all? It doesn't change. I think a lot of people believe that after a certain age that the mentality may change over time, but that's just not how it works. Accountability is like poison to certain people, right? So in order for this mentality to ever change and for that person to become more empathetic, they
that's
would
true.
actually have to look themselves in the mirror and say, I'm wrong, I've been wrong, and I need to change. And that takes a very long time. It takes a lot of work. Right? It doesn't take another woman. It doesn't take another man. It takes a lot of personal work and accountability, and a lot of people are not willing to do it. So they'll spend years and decades of their lives thinking and doing the same way and finding new people to do the same thing too. Not lying.
I never gave her safety. I never gave her stability. Because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me. I created chaos inside the entire relationship, created fights over nothing. One day sweet, the next day cruel, going back and forth. And so she stayed second guessing herself, and I controlled her by keeping her anxious. Because a stable woman can't be manipulated. But an anxious one stays locked into a relationship much longer than what they want to be.
Let this video serve as evidence that these men out here are not silly boys just trying to figure it out. They're well aware when they're manipulative, and they're well aware when they're manipulating you. Things like nagging, ghosting, breadcrumbing, the push and pull method. They know what those things are. Some of them have not only studied those methods, they've mastered them, and they use them on unsuspecting women. This is why you don't tell a man exactly what you're looking for up front, because all he'll do is pretend to be that man until he gets what he wants from you. Never tell the man exactly how to play you. They are constantly looking for inconsistencies in what you're saying and what you are allowing. Confident women don't chase men, they don't entertain inconsistent men, and they don't negotiate their standards. I don't care how confident you say you are, I don't care how confident you think you are. Waiting around for a man to change his mind about one of your standards, or even worse, waiting for a man to change his mind about you, is an insecurity waiting to be exploited, and he will. The only reason you're going back and forth with that man is because you told him what you wanted and he didn't do it. So why are you still there? A man in your life who does not bring you peace is only there to disturb yours.
Got a girl pregnant and she wanted to get an abortion, but I didn't want that. She ended up not getting one, but now is not involved at all. Story time. We weren't in a serious relationship when she got pregnant. She has never met our son. Even after the birth, she had no desire to see him. We went to court to figure out custody. I have 100% full legal and physical custody. Her name is on the birth certificate, but she has no custody and no right to visitation. She didn't want any of that. Let's not forget here, she wanted an abortion. Every month she pays 125% of the court-ordered child support. But as you can imagine, since this is on the legal advice subreddit, things go awry. I'm raising our son all on my own. Sir, she is not involved. It is your son. He is 18 months old now, and he has never met her. I am burnt out and hate being a single parent. Let us not forget that they weren't in a serious relationship. But regardless, we carry on. I love my son, but I resent him. Who's that knocking? I think it's the consequences of your own actions. I tried to go to court and give her split custody, but because she wanted an abortion and I didn't, and she made it clear she would never be involved after birth, the judge said he can't force her to look after him. I haven't seen her in almost a year, and the last I heard, she has a tummy tuck and laser stretch marks treatment and is working at a gym. Also told her friends and family she is an egg donor, not a mother. But this is my favorite part. He says she is a deadbeat mom. A deadbeat mom who pays 125% child support for a baby she didn't want and is forcing me to struggle as a single parent. And that final sentence, do I have any legal remedies here? You can't make this shit up.
What's your body count?
I don't disclose that.
You don't disclose that?
I don't disclose that.
You got a bunch of teenagers you're asking. So what? You can't.
Whoa, no. What are you trying to say by teenagers? This is how women like to use like pathologizing language. We have a 23-year-old, a 35-year-old, 19, 26, 25, 19.
But you're asking all the math on their percentages and stuff, so I was asking you the same question.
Yeah, but why did you specifically use the term teenagers?
Because these are the girls.
See, that's a very loaded. No. See, I know what you're doing. You're trying to be kind of shifty about it, but that's a very loaded way to ask that question. Okay. No, I don't like what you're doing because you're trying to frame it in like a very weird way.
No.
I don't.
What are you implying by that?
I'm implying that you're asking a bunch of young girls the same question.
There's women in their mid-20s here at the table too.
Oh dear. Where do we begin with this one? Everything okay there, Brian? You seem a little defensive. Some might say emotional, but I'm going to go with defensive. What's happening? Because you realise that 19 is still a teenager, and what she said is actually correct. While you thought she was trying to imply something, the point was that you always ask the women on your panel what their body count is, and then you choose not to disclose yours ever.
Can you imagine?
You then shame women for not revealing their body count because you think they have something to hide, or you think they're going to get judged for it, to try and make a point that you think they've made the wrong decisions. I didn't hear her raise her voice, I didn't hear her say anything rude, but your response was quite accusatory, again very defensive, and reacting in a very triggered way. We know from the red pill rhetoric that men go for women much younger than them because they feel like they can get them to be submissive and for the men to lead them, which they also hide behind the fact that they want to control them with the words that they use. For example, things they can't do, things they can do, things they can't say, things they shouldn't say, etc. It actually gets worse and worse when you watch it because he keeps asking what she was implying by that, and she wasn't implying anything. She literally said, you're asking a bunch of teenagers and young women what their body count is, but you won't answer the question yourself. Men are logical, women are emotional. Men are logical,
All my motherfucking shit is in the closet. He ain't moved none of his shit. But you gonna come your ass over here and move my shit. And just look at this dumbass shit. Look what he did. How the fuck I'm supposed to get my shit out my closet with no floor? Hi, Tony. You just be going too far.
Hey, Lulu.
Okay,
I took the floor out today. How are you going to get your stuff out the closet for your retreat? Ha ha. Tell me what you're trying to one up me.
They're renovating.
Ha ha. Ain't no floor. Ha ha. Let's see if you can Spider Woman your ass over there. Hey, Lulu.
Dear Black Jesus, don't ever let a love like this find me. Cause what? The nigga took your floor, babe. He took your floor. I am fucking done.
My own stuff. After yesterday, you got me looking at houses in Texas. Right?
I got us looking at houses in Texas because I can move. You can't. Remember, that was the whole
I can't? You want to see how quick I can move? When this lease is up? Like, for real? Are you serious?
Whatever you want to do. I'm at the house.
No, this is what you said you wanted to do. So I'm asking you again. This is what you want to do?
You can go in there and
I'm
check the
asking you a
paper 'cause that's what
question.
you want to do.
No, I'm asking you a
Yes,
question.
I want you to go.
No.
She actually left.
Right. I said it before, but I'll say it again. There are men out there who would love the opportunity to provide for you, but not because they genuinely love you and they want to take care of you, or because they respect what you bring to their life or to the relationship, but because they want to be able to throw it in your face like he tried to do. He couldn't wait for the opportunity to say that I can afford to leave, you can't. Little did he know she could. And what a flex it is as a woman to be able to walk away from a man who thinks that you're stuck with him. This is why they want to return to the 50s and the 60s so bad, because they want you to feel like you're stuck. They want to be like, where will you go? Where will you live? How will you feed yourself? And women these days are like, I can feed myself better than you can. My credit is better than yours. I have a better job than you do. I make more money than you do. You want to come to me talking like men of old, but I'm a woman of today. People always talk about FU money when it comes to a job, being able to tell the boss, you know what, keep this job. You also have to have that kind of money when it comes to a relationship. You could love that man to itty bitty pieces, but it's still important that you always make sure that you'll look out for yourself, because a man's mood can change like this. I'm sure yesterday he loved that woman, but today he's like, I'm gonna be fine. I don't know what you about to do. Putting your lifestyle in the hands of a fickle man is a dangerous place to be. Not all, but for some men, if you give them the power to feed you, they also have the power to starve you.
Thank you.
I rejected a man. He slashed my tire.
Are you serious?
I rejected a man and he slashed my tire.
Not me. Not me.
I rejected a man and he slashed my tire. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so we've seen some of the stories that were shared. We've seen some of the things that happened. I would love to hear your thoughts about anyone that you've watched. So please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, for the lady that baked the carrot cake, personally, I would not do that, especially on the second date. But before, I might have been someone like that. I have to admit, I was actually someone like that. They will give me the sub story, and because I was trying to audition in my own mind, I would have done that. I did that in a different kind of way, but the more I know about the mindset of some men, I'm like, nah, that's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to not do things like that. I'm not auditioning to be anybody's girlfriend, anybody's wife. I'm just going to be myself. And if I don't want to do anything, I will not do anything. And if the person doesn't like it, the person is free to walk away. So I don't know. She said that she loves to bake. She says that she loves to cook, and she just decided to do that. And she didn't even give him the whole cake. She just gave him a slice and gave to her friends. And she even talked about the fact that it didn't go the way she wanted, but she feels okay with it. And if she feels okay with it, she feels nice with it, that's good for her. But I don't think women should do that early. Someone was saying 3 months, 4 months, when you see that this person is stable, this person is your vibe, this person is, when you are like in committed relationship, then maybe you can do it. Some people are even of the opinion that no cooking, no doing anything for any man until they have been upgraded to fiancé or wife. And so, but she said she was okay with it. So that's all about that. Now, for the couple that were removing floor and everything, I feel like it's rage bait. I feel like maybe the house, they were renovating it and they're just using it to create content and the rest. But that's my own opinion. So I really don't have thoughts about that back and forth between the husband and wife. Now, the lady whose tire was slashed because she rejected a man. Now, I have several videos where we've discussed how some men cannot handle rejection, and how some women have had to change their phone number, how some people have been unalived because they rejected a man. I was just recently reading a story where a girl, I believe she was less than 20, rejected a man. She was like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. She was with her family, she was even with her boyfriend, and after he tried to do some things with her in front of her family that they fought him off, when they were moving, I think they were going somewhere, he used this car to like hit her. And I'm like, you saw you saw her boyfriend, you saw her family, and she said no, and that's why you now did not have the mindset of a grown-up to know that, okay, I need to move. I don't understand some men. Really, there's so many people that will say that they will even give their number. There was the discourse with the previous video started because a lady said that if someone asks her for a social media page or something, that she will give the person and later block the person because of all these kind of things that happen. Because some men don't know how to handle rejection. Like, we've seen several cases of women even divorcing some men, and then they will go and unalive them. Recently, also in Nigeria, there was a woman that was unalived by a boyfriend, by an ex-boyfriend of 2 years. Literally, they've broken up over 2 years ago, and he still went to look for her and stabbed her. At first, he wanted to enter the estate. He was stopped by the security. He found a way to enter. He now tried to use gas explosion to try and kill her. It didn't work. He now entered inside and knifed her severally. And I'm like, my goodness, they've been broken up for 2 years. She has nothing to do with him for over 2 years, and he didn't let go until he finally unalived her. And you know what was worrying about that incident? In the comment section of where it was posted, it was a blog page, there were some men that were trying to excuse what happened. They were like, maybe she did something, maybe he spent money on her, and after that she left. And I'm like, wow. So it's just, I don't know, it's really amazing to me how some guys think. And what the heck is with people? Some people don't care about the consequences. They just want to do what's in their mind. There was another story that I read that a man unalived his current wife, then felt bad, then went to unalive his ex-wife because he wanted the two of them to be done. And I'm like, what the heck? Now, those kind of people, they will start saying maybe he has mental health issues. It's a lie. He's a psychopath. So I don't get it. People, I don't know. Women, I don't understand how we are going to protect ourselves, because you say no, issue. You say yes, issue. You leave the person, issue. You stay, issue. Why? So that's my thought about some of the stories, some of the videos that we've watched. I would love to hear what you think about any of the video that you've watched. Do you have any thoughts about what was said, what was shown, what people have to say about some certain situation? Please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.